Welcome to the Coach's Corner with Winning with Wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, it's something that's purposely needed. Principle meaning first. And so we want to encourage you this morning, those that are coming a little bit early this morning. Proverbs 4:7 say, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get an understanding. And then happy is the man or woman that find wisdom. So Proverbs 3:13. And this morning, for those that are coming in for a topic of discussion, good morning. We're going to use never flip over the table where you eat at. This morning for our discussion and empowerment is never flip over the table where you eat at. And we're going to use for a scripture reference this morning for this particular lesson will be coming from 2 Samuel chapter 9, verses 7 and 11. It says, King David tells Mephibosheth that he will always be able to eat at his table. Good morning, Angela, Renee. And then he tells in the end, so Mephibosheth ate at David's table as one of the king's sons. So Mephibosheth ate at the table as one of the king's sons. So that lets us know this guy wasn't one of the king's sons, but he ate at the table as one of the king's sons. Like I say, for our topic of discussion is today is there are some tables that God has prepared for you. There are some tables that God has prepared for you, just like he prepared for Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth was not one of the king's sons, but the king let him know, you will always have a spot at my table. You will always have a spot at my table. And today we want to help you to identify some tables in your life, so you won't make the mistake of turning over the table where you're supposed to eat at. Good morning, Brother Boston. Because the worst thing you can do is have kings and queens in this earth that God has set up and designed to set tables for you. And you turn those tables over. You disrespect the table. So let's look at this today. Never flip over the table where you're purposed to eat at. Another way of saying this, some people will say, never bite the hand that feeds you. Sometimes people don't even know what hands are feeding them. Do you understand? Don't even know what hands are feeding them. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up since I'm on that point. Hebrews 13:2 says, we often entertain angels unaware. Listen, so one of the points will be to take from this morning, failing to appreciate and identify, valuable people in your life is a way you flip over tables. When you fail to appreciate valuable people that are in your life, this is a way that you flip over a table. Listen, you can have people that care more for you than you care for yourself. You need to realize who's in your life that cares for you. Who's in your life that is valuable? Do you understand? That'll love you on your worst day. That'll encourage you, that's there for you, that will tell you the truth, that will correct you, because you don't only need people in your life that just tell you everything gonna be all right and everything you do is okay. No, because that's the trick of the enemy. When you got somebody in your life that'll tell you the truth about you, that'll tell you what you're doing not right, you need to get that together. Because even in the scripture, it says, if somebody compel you to go a mile, in return, you go two. Because that is a person of value in your life. Appreciate the people that'll tell you that's too much. You need to take some of that off. You need to fix that. You need to get it right. You need to get your attitude in order. Appreciate the people that tell you need to sit down. You don't need to say nothing else. You don't need to go back over there. You don't need to, come on. Appreciate the people that'll tell you, you know what, you need to get out your feelings. Because those are people that are compelling you to go a mile. Those are people that do not want you stuck in the rut that you are in. Oh, that's it right there. They don't want you to be stuck in the rut that you are in. You understand? They don't want to see you marching in place and you thinking you getting somewhere. Do you understand? There's some people that will support you while you march in place and thinking you getting progress. My. Do you understand? But you need to make sure you value the people that'll tell you, you know what? Nope. That'll tell you no. Do you understand? And so here it is. So learning to value and appreciate the people in my life that'll be real with me, that'll keep it 100 with me. Do you understand? That'll keep it 100 with me. So here it is. Yes. Can't stay stuck in a rut. Do you understand? Won't stay stuck in a rut. So, and you know, in the scripture say, we entertain angels unaware. Be careful how you treat people. You understand? Be careful. You don't know who that God is bringing into your life to set a table. Do you understand? You've got to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Speak to people. Quit. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know. Watch how you treat people. Watch how you treat the stranger. Do you understand? Watch how you treat the stranger. Watch who you walk over. Do you understand? Watch who you look down on. Because we often entertain angels unaware. You just never know who your angel is. And angels bring different things. Angels bring to us everything that we need. Never flip over the table where you eat at. Do you understand? Listen, here it is. It's somebody in your life that has provided a table and the provision for the table. It's somebody or an organization, glory to God, my fraternity, a college, an employer. It's somebody or something that has provided tables for you in your life. Do you understand? And the provision. Just like in the text, and King David tells Mephibosheth that he will always be able to eat at his table. Always. You're not one of my sons, but I'm going to treat you like a son. You will always get the same honor as the sons. So here it is. Somebody in your life, have you failed to identify that person? Or do you take that person for granted? Because many times people can be so good to us. You understand? A husband can be so good to his wife. She takes him for granted. A wife can be so good to her husband. She takes him for granted. Parents can be so good to their children that their children take them for granted. Do you understand? And fail to appreciate the valuableness. If you're an adult child and your parents will keep your children or do anything for you, that's a position of honor. You ought to value them. That means they still got a table set for you. If you're an adult child. Do you understand? If you a child this morning and you sitting there, that some of y'all didn't go to school. I think school was out. Been raining so much. And you sitting there playing a PlayStation, a Xbox, and you know what I'm saying? And you laying in a bed and you chilling and you went to the refrigerator and got some food and you got Air Jordan sitting over there and and other stuff, you know what I'm saying? A MCM bag and a Gucci bag and this, that, and other. And you got all these nice things, nice clothes, and you ain't make it happen. You ought to appreciate and value your parents. Do you understand? Because that means they've set tables for you. Do you understand? They've set tables for you. Because there's another child that would love to trade places with you. Do you understand? There's another wife or another husband that would love to trade places with you. There's somebody that would love to trade places with you and get your seat at the table. Like David told Mephibosheth that you will always have a seat at my table. Don't you flip over the table. Don't you bite the hand that feeds you. Learn to honor the people of value in your life. They did not have to do that for you. Do you understand? They did not have to do that for you. Somebody cook you a meal, appreciate. Bake some, wash your clothes, whatever. Learn to live a life of appreciation. In everything, give thanks. Everything good that comes to you, you ought to be thankful for it. And ought to celebrate the people in your life that are setting tables for you. And don't take them for granted. Do not take them for granted. You understand? Because you will miss it when they go. Listen, the next things we get ready to almost wrap this up. Don't screw up home. Don't mess up home. Don't mess up your table. Take care of home. We kind of dealt with this last week. You know what I'm saying? About being able to eat. If a person don't eat, a man don't work, he don't eat. Come on, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to eat at home. Take care of home. Too many people mess up home. We replayed a message yesterday from previous about how no amount of public success can compensate for being a failure in the house. There it is. No amount of public success can compensate for being a failure at home. Listen, you got to get home in order. Don't mess up your home. Do you understand? Don't mess up your home. That's where your table is. That's a major table. That's a major table. That's for you and my household. You know what I'm saying? We're going to serve. Come on, there it is. Serve the Lord because God provides at that table in your home. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where the place of rest, the place of peace, the place of refreshing, the place of intimacy, the place. Come on, somebody. You know, home, that's a table that you want God to be honoring and God providing everything you need at the table because everything you need is in your home regardless of what you think. Everything is going to come out of your home. Your meditation, your creativity, your secret place, your war room, your labor and delivery room. Everything is within the confinement of your home. What the Lord sees in secret. Come on, he'll reward you openly. That's a table. Don't mess up the table. Don't mess up home. Take care of home. Listen, another thing is you have to value your position and your place. Do you understand? You have to value your position and your place, no matter where that is in life. Value your position. Do you understand? Value your position because your position is connected to a table. The places where you are is connected to a table. Learn to value it. Carry yourself with integrity. Carry yourself with excellence. Do you understand? The way you carry yourself will determine what comes to that table. Do you understand? Money begets money. You got to carry yourself in a way that puts a demand on the best things in the earth to be attracted to you. To be attracted to what? Your table. You will always have a seat at the table. But you don't want the crumbs that just fall from the table. Do you understand? You don't want just crumbs. You want to be able to sit there and be served. My. Why? Because the way you carry yourself. David told Mephibosheth, listen, at David's table, so Mephibosheth ate at David's table as one of the king's sons. So even though he was not a king's son, from this day forward, Mephibosheth, even though he had a handicap, he was crippled. Do you understand? Everybody has a crippling. Everybody has that crippling in all of our lives is what will keep you humble. That's what Paul was talking about with a thorn in his flesh. Do you understand that it might buffet him, that it would keep him humble? You know what I'm saying? Glory to God. My. The place of humility, that in his weakness, God's strength would be perfected. We all have that weakness, that place of crippleness like Mephibosheth had. That's what'll keep you humble. It'll constantly remind you. If it wasn't for the grace of God, if it wasn't for his grace, it'll constantly remind you to treat people with respect. It'll constantly remind you not to look down on nobody. Because if your past wasn't under the blood, oh my God, do you understand? To keep you in a place of humility. Listen, here it is. So he was crippled, but he would always have a seat at the table as one of the king's sons. And as long as he was at that table would cover his imperfections. That table would cover his crippledness. That table, my. Don't flip over the table where you eat at. My. There's a king, my, that's providing and covering you at the table. So here it is. The next thing, I got one more point after this one. The table. This is a place that gives you seed. Seed is money. It's a table. So you say, well, what do you mean by that? It could be your job. It could be your business, your employer, the corporation, some you involved with. You know what I'm saying? You know your own, did I say your own business? You entrepreneur. Listen, the place where you get seed, you get money is a table. Don't never flip over your table. How you going to go to your employer on your job talking about what you going to do and what you ain't going to do? You flipping over your table. That's the place that give you seed, give you money. Do you understand? Don't you know food on your table in your house is connected to that table at your employer or your corporation, your business? Do you understand? Did you get that? You got to value and honor and appreciate the place where you get finances at, to keep a roof over your head, to keep food on your table, electricity, you know what I'm saying, to pay your mortgage, to pay your house note, to pay tuition, to do whatever. You cannot go to the table of your employer. How you going to go in there with an attitude and disposition? And I was looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, when I found this job, that's the wrong attitude. You understand? That's an, I'm going to move on. I think that point has been taken. Oh, boy. Honor the place where you get seed at, where you get money at. You understand? In all labor, there's profit. In all labor, there is profit. Honor that table that causes you to profit. It causes you to have seed to sow. Do you understand? Money to pay your bills. Let's see here. Matter of fact, I started from the bottom, so I already done did my last point. So let's just get ready to wrap this up. Here's one more other table that a lot of people really don't like to be at, because they don't like nobody that don't like them. But Psalms 23:5 says, God prepares a table for us in the presence of our enemies. My. Boy, listen. The very people you don't want to be around, the very people that may have done you wrong, the very people that may have hurt you, you know what I'm saying? The very people that you would want to harbor bitterness in your heart towards and be like, I never forgive them for what they did. But there's a table prepared before in the presence of your enemies. Do you understand? Listen. So that means you're going to have to sit down at that table. You have to humble yourself. You're going to have to forgive. Do you understand? You're going to have to pray for them that despitefully misuse you. Because there's a blessing, come on, at that table. A table prepared by the Lord in the presence of your enemies, meaning there's a place of exchange. Meaning there's a place where you meant it for evil, but God's going to turn your evil into my good. You understand? It's a place where I'm going to pray for you because this heaps hot coals of fire over your head. You understand? Because you need my prayers because of what you've done to me. You know, it's a place where I got to let go and let God. This is a major table because a lot of people want to avoid this table. But God said, I'll prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. The people that said you would never be nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? The people that just said some of the most degrading things to you. You know, that said, listen, here it is. This is an old saying because Mephibosheth was a cripple. Oh, this was an old country, deep south saying. That person is a cripple. People that said you'd be a cripple all your life. Glory to God. Do you understand? God wants to show himself strong, but it's through your humility. That what you meant for evil, the evil words that you spoke over me, that no weapon that you had formed against me shall be able to prosper, and every word that you said is condemned. Hey, this is Dr. Sullivan with the Coach's Corner. Just wanted to share with you a few winning with wisdom principles this morning. I encourage you to get your book. We're on Amazon now by the grace and glory of God, and we give God praise for it. But hey, you can still get your book on our website for much cheaper than you can get it on Amazon. So take advantage of that. Glory to God at winningwithwisdom.net. And peace and love. Until next time.